Awesome. So welcome to this edition of Coffee with Tim. It's the 15th of March, and today's topic is going to be about invoicing. So we're going to go over some of the new stuff I just added, and some people had some questions about how to build an invoice and things like that. So I figured I would just go over that, and then you guys can ask me questions about pretty much anything. So first, we're going to start in settings and application settings. And when you scroll down to the invoice section, you'll see that we've got these two new settings. One is place the package description into the line item detailed description, and place package items into line item details. So to figure out what those actually mean, first we're going to go to an invoice so I can show you. So you go over finances and then invoices. I'm going to open it in a new tab. Let's see. I'll go to an older invoice. Okay, so right now, in this older invoice before the setting, I built it from my luxurious package, and it added all of the different items my test chose in the proposal, and it just kind of built it out. Each one of these is a separate line item. These little items here are called line item details. They are part of this flush mount album product. So because that product has options, they add them as line item details. So that's what a basic one used to look like. Now I'm going to go to create a brand new invoice, and I'm going to real quick enable these so you can see. Just hit update. All right, so let's go to add new invoice. So we went to finances and invoices, and then right here at the top I'm going to click on the actions button and then add new invoice. I'm just going to make this a general one so I don't have to create a client or event for it. And I'm going to populate it from the luxurious package that I have. And the totaling type is how you want it to take what is in the package template and how you want it to spit it out into the invoice. So how you want it to create line items from what was added to the package. I guess before I even show you that, I should show you what my package template looks like. So I'm going to go to templates and then packages. And here's my luxurious package. And you'll see I gave it a price. It has an image. It has this description. And then I went and added all of the different products and services I want this to be part of this package. If you haven't added your product templates, that's okay. You can still just create new ones and add them here. But like my first video on Coffee with Tim, I showed you how to create product templates first, so that way it makes building packages super, super fast. But anyway, this is what my package looks like. And so when I create this new invoice, I usually like this last one where it creates the first line item as the package name with the total price, and then it will list out all of these other items below it, and they'll just be marked as $0. So I like to choose that one. I could also, because I set up payment term templates, I could also have it, once it's created this invoice, it'll then split up the payments in however different ways that I wanted to. So I'll have it do that. If you notice here, this invoice ID, let me take you to my settings real quick. These are just things I'm noticing. You can have it automatically increment your IDs. So I started at 1,000, and right now it's at 2159. And as long as you have this invoice ID token or variable or wherever you want to call it, it will automatically increment the ID. And I just wanted to happen to have my last name Huss. Well, my last name's Hussey, but I just put Huss in front of it, so that way it would just append that to whatever number it spits out. So the cool thing about that is you could do whatever you want. Like each year you could automatically have it append a year on the end, so that this would be 2016. I mean, you could literally do anything with underscores, and you could go crazy. It's, you know, however you want your invoice IDs to be generated. Just remember that you need this variable in this field somewhere. Otherwise, it just won't know what to replace with the new number. Okay, so now that I've talked about all of that, let's finally create this test invoice. All right, now you'll see this invoice looks a lot different than the other one. And I'll show you what I mean. So let me just go page, and you'll see that, did I keep the old one? Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I already showed you. So this, now it created the first line item and named it as a package, just like the other one did. But now it added that description that was in the actual package template. This whole description now gets added right in there. And I added a new field, so you'll see here there's a detailed description. So if you already have invoices that you've generated before this new setting, you can go in and just paste your own detailed descriptions in. And then instead of creating all of these other items as regular line items, it created them as line item details. So in my opinion, it just looks a whole lot cleaner when your client is viewing it, and it's all, you know, nicely in line. And so you'll see I was able to click this link. I just did that real quick to show you this is what you'll want to send your clients, the link you want to send your clients to go and make payments, and they can download a PDF and, you know, stuff like that. And so it also split up the payments based on my payment template that I chose when I created it. And within that payment template, I also set up payment reminders that will be scheduled for each payment that gets created. So until this payment is actually marked as paid, it will start sending out these reminders just to let my client know, hey, by the way, your payment is still due. And so if you want, I can show you that now. The way you'd set that up, you go to Settings and Lists and Types, and there's this thing called Payment Terms. And you'll also want Payment Reminders. So let's go to the Payment Reminders one first. What I did is I created a new payment reminder template called Tim's Test Payment Reminder. And then within there, I added 3 reminders that I wanted to schedule, which you saw here in this invoice. So one is due on the 12th, the 24th, and the 5th. And so I said, send this email template, which is just a generic template, the email one, send it 4 days before it's due, send this one 8 days after it's due, and then send this one 20 days after it's due. So one will warn them before it's due, and then if it's still not paid on time, this next one will email them the same email template 8 days after, and then 20 days after. And so now that I've created this payment reminder, when you're in your payment terms, which splits up the payments, this is the one I used, you'll see there's this new payment auto reminder template section. That's where I was then able to link it up. So the first payment that gets created on this invoice is 20%. And then the second or last one is the remaining balance. So one is due right after the invoice is created, and then one is due 2 weeks before the actual event. And both are using this auto reminder template. And that's when, as soon as I added these payments automatically, it scheduled out these payment reminders. I hope that that makes sense for you guys. Once you set it up, it makes it so much easier moving forward, because then all this is done for you, and you don't have to go and, you know, figure out, well, what date do I want this due, and, you know, do I really want to send all these emails or not? You know, it'll just do it all for you. So I'm going to delete these just so that they don't send me tons of emails. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah. Oh, and so um, let me just add those auto payments back real quick, just so you can see. Okay. So say it sent this first email, um, and then they went and paid it. These other two emails that were scheduled, once they're about to go out, they get canceled. So they won't actually harass your client. It'll see it's just as it's about to send. It'll look at this payment and be like, whoa, 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 wait, it's paid, and then um, it won't send them. Or if they paid with a check or something like that, just make sure you go in, switch the unpaid to paid, and then you can choose check, give it the check ID number and the date that it was actually paid. You can totally manually do it, and now none of these will actually send. So because now this payment's marked due, so or paid. So yeah, whether they pay online or you manually mark it as paid, these won't send. So do you guys have any questions with what I've shown so far? These won't send. All right, well, if there's no other questions, rather than letting this video be a full hour long of nothing, I'll um, I'll just end the broadcast now, and then if you guys have any other questions, I could always do another coffee with Tim and address them. Cool. So hope you guys have a great day, great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, have a great one.